Ah,
Oh my goodness. We are going to be talking about football, a little bit of the Olympics because, like I said, okay, we are no longer 10 days now. We are now 8 days to the Olympics, to the start of the Olympics. We are 9 days to the opening ceremony of the Olympics. So we must touch on all of that. Then we are also going to talk about the transfer market. Some people went to the stadium yesterday to see a player that was bought. If you know the amount of people that watch players, the players unveiling or the players presentation, I'm just like,
mm.
what? You're still going to see him in the jersey letter. What is all this thing that people are packing stadium for? Anyway, we'll touch
Tega,
on
why are
that.
you hating?
I'm not hating. I'm just saying this fool, every small thing is an event. so we are going to talk about that. What else is there to talk about? We're going to talk about the aftermath of all the Copa America, the Euros, who is retiring, who is staying, and how much old age is catching up with football. Touch on all of that and more in the locker room this morning. But before we do anything, Zibby, tell us how we can be a part of the locker room this morning.
Sure thing. WhatsApp number 0809 440 You can tweet or X at Smooth981. We're streaming on YouTube, Smooth981. You can post a comment there while you're watching the live stream.
All right. So let's take the headlines first and then we'll go to the stories one after the other.
Paris 2024. Super Falcons set for Canada friendly. Paris mayor to swim in Seine River ahead of Olympics. Okay. Class act Southgate quits as England manager after Euro disappointments. France unhappy with insults from Argentina Copa winners. Mbappe says dream has come true at Real Madrid unveiling. England qualify for Euro 2025 with Sweden draw. German football adopt Euro 2024 referee rule, and France's leading goal scorer Giroud ends international career.
All right. So those are the stories. Let's run through the headlines. Let's run through. Sorry, those are the headlines. Let's run through the stories, Tega.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria are expected to show a glimpse of what to expect from them at the Olympic Games when they take on their Canadian counterparts in a training match on Wednesday.
This is a big one. Remember, I said that the Super Falcons for the Olympics are in one of the toughest groups with
Mm.
Spain, Japan, and Brazil. And of all those three, I think that we can take Brazil. This Spanish team, like I said, Czech Republic beat them a few days ago. So they are vulnerable. They are not entirely unbeatable. And then Japan, one of the strongest teams in the world when it comes to women's football. So it's a tough task. It's a very tough task, and so no better way to prepare for that tough task than facing defending champions Canada at the Olympics. That will prepare you. If you are going to play the world champions, might as well prepare with the defending Olympic champions. So,
Mm-hmm.
so let's
True.
see how it works out for them. But it's going to be interesting. The Canadians have brilliant football, and the benefits from the women's from the success of the women's football in America, as neighbors and all. So their own football also grows. Seeing some of their players are also in America thriving there in their league. So it's going to be tough. What I would say is this is the most interesting and best way to prepare um, for the Olympics. The thing is, I don't know if how the Falcons will approach this game because you don't want to put your best out there because the Olympics is a few days away. What if you go
Right.
and pick up an injury?
Mm. That would be bad
You
luck.
play. You understand? You want to play very well at the trials, just to see. I mean, at the friendlies, just to see how well you can
Mm.
compete in the main tournament. But you pick up an injury for the main tournament,
Oh,
so I don't
well.
know how Randy is going to set up his team. But yeah, I know that the fact that they have this fixture already puts them in a good stead. So that's interesting to see. For the Super Falcons, and that will just round up their preparation. So remember, they are in Spain, Malaga,
Mm.
and then they will round up their preparation, and then they can move to the Olympics village for the tournament next week. So let's see how it's going to settle. It'll be interesting to see. That match is today. So if you can get it on any of your live stream, any of your legal live stream links.
I like that.
I have to put it out there because some of you are piracy. You're too friendly. So any of your legal live stream options, then you look at it and see how you can support the girls. All right. So speaking about the Olympics, let's talk about, the sponsors of the Olympics. Visa, the exclusive payment technology partner of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now, they have exclusive travel offers. So if you're traveling to the UK or to Paris, because the Olympics is happening there, and you have teams to support, you have the Tigresses of Nigeria, you have the Super Falcons of Nigeria, you have Toby Amuson in track and field, you have Ese Brume in the long jump, and all these athletes representing Nigeria. So if you're traveling to the UK or to Paris, you can get 50% off on attractions and experience by booking all your trips with your Visa dollar card. Now, you can also enjoy up to 8% off on hotel bookings because you have to sleep somewhere. So when you want to book your hotel, use your Visa dollar card so that you can get 8% off. And then you can also use your Visa dollar card when you want to book your flights and save up to 12%. So, now I know what to do if I want to travel. And if you're not yet out of office, you can save up to 10% to get on your Visa card to use for your professional work when you are either in the UK or in Paris. So these are all the customized offers with your Visa dollar card. So when you're traveling, make sure you use your Visa dollar card, and they are the official payment technology partners of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. All right, on that note, let's move to more things coming out from Paris, because a 50-something-year-old woman is about to swim a lake.
Indeed,
Tell
the
us the
mayor of the
story.
French capital, Anne Hidalgo, is set to take a long-awaited dip in the Seine on Wednesday, today, to demonstrate the river is clean enough to host the outdoor swimming events at the Paris Olympics.
Oh, no, yes, it's a real problem. So they were actually saying, so they have all those outdoor swimming where they go where they use the lake to do with
At
the
the triathlon and stuff?
they do they have events with open flame, but it wasn't fire. It was the sewage was leaking into the lake. Yes.
Third world
Very.
problems. I want to actually gloat a bit, but you know what? Let me be professional and just not.
I am gloating, because if you were Africa now, there's nothing we will hear. They'll start talking about cholera, Ebola, everything in the book. So this is France, and the sewage was leaking into the lake that they're supposed to use for some of the events at the Olympics. But so for months they've been trying to deal with the situation, and they've been trying to put it together. Because you know how they do all these quality test control. They will come 1 week, they will check if the quality is still poor. They will give you 2 more weeks because the event is closed. They will come back again and check. So they've been struggling with it for over a month. It's only recently that the IOC has come out to say that they have passed the quality test. And everybody just like, how wouldn't you say that now? Exactly. So the mayor is now going to be, the one that is testing the water. At least she's the mayor.
Wow.
Yes, she's the mayor of the city. If nobody else can test the water, she will test it. And if she comes out whole, like who's the name of that guy in the Bible? If she goes into that water and she comes
Naaman.
out, if she comes out clean like Naaman, then the rest of us will jump. If she goes in and she does not come out clean, well,
a lot of the harmful substances cannot be seen with the naked eye, just in case the mayor doesn't know that.
But the mayor will enter there. Let her go. She has volunteered herself. Which one is your own? Is her city? Is her tournament? Let her jump in the water first. I like this kind of work. See, this is the kind of thing I expect from African politicians. You say that the streets are good, or enter the streets and live there. So they're saying that the water is good now. that it has passed all the quality control tests. Okay, take a dip and come outside. So, so she's going to take a dip to prove that the water has passed the test. I like this, honestly. I like this.
I was gonna say
Because
she has to be incredibly fit, but so it's not a swim, it's just a dip, like go in and come out.
no, she will swim small now. But their feet there is not, you know, it's not like the problem when people tell me that, when people say, when I start seeing people, excessive in their intake of food, let me put it that
Mm.
way. And they start saying it's evidence of good living. I'm like, no, if you were really wealthy, you'd be able to afford a personal trainer. It's that simple. So with with the really wealthy, they take all these things seriously. So I'm sure she can. I'm not sure she's going to swim the entire my lake like an
Mm.
athlete. But she's going to take a good swim. She can't just dip her leg and come outside. No, now she's going to swim a little and then come outside. So
Okay.
let's see
And
how it
this is in a
goes.
few hours, right?
Yes. So
Wow.
today, Super Falcons versus Canada. Today, the mayor takes a dip in the pool. Let's see how this thing turns out. Today's already an auspicious day, as they say in Indian movies. So let's see
I
how it goes.
Tell me about it. Well, let us know your thoughts. 0809 440 981 WhatsApp number that I just called. I'll give it to you again. 0809 440 981. And you can also tweet at Smooth981. You can post a comment on the live stream. Let's see. We've got a message from Adinike. Adinike says, Tega, you play. Have you lived in Europe? Life is kind of boring there. So everything is fun. And that's in response to you hating on the festivities of the unveiling of
I,
who
I,
is the newest player.
we are coming now. We are coming.
All right, AY from Oniru, I see your message and we'll take it on the other side. Do stay with us. It's still the locker room here on Smooth 98.1.
Zibby, is that your hair?
Like, what did Mbappe ever do to you? Leave him alone.
If you're
Leave
okay,
him
person that
for us.
cannot score goal, full tournament, see small head, like Ninja Turtle. What is that your hair, Zibby?
Yeah.
Hey, your hair has grown. Oh, Jehovah, what am I
What
doing?
happened?
Are you using Veganix?
Using what?
Veganix, that one that what's her name now?
Veganix. No, I've never even heard of it.
How
Okay, we're
is your
getting
hair
back
not
on.
this long? Okay,
But my
Papa.
hair has always been this length now, hasn't it? It's the locker room on Smooth 98.1. Tega and Zibby with you. And of course, we want to hear from you. So we've got more stories, but send your thoughts across 0809 at 440 981. Now, moving from the bath in the pool or the swim in the pool, Gareth Southgate has resigned as England manager. He resigned yesterday, 2 days after they lost to Spain in the Euro 2024 final. And Prince William described him as an all-round class act.
Yes, so while
He's one of
somebody
them.
is diving in the pool in France, somebody's jumping out of the work pool in England. But what can I say? I think this was coming. Look, yeah, you can say he's a good person. And he's an all-round good guy. But a lot of people, apart from the players, all these players came out for him. And you have to think about it. When the players were under pressure from the public for missing penalties, for not coming back with trophies, Gareth Southgate has always stuck with his team, And truth be told, when they were demanding a little too much, it's like, I've taken you to two finals of the Euros and I didn't win the trophy. So maybe if you think that there's someone that can do better with this team, have at it, but it was always going to come. The pressure was too much. And not just the pressure, but the fact that he's already done enough years. So, they don't necessarily hire managers and leave them to die there. They rotate. So he's had two Euros now, European Championships and one World Cup. Sounds like a song that the English sing. So, one welcomes England. Okay, anyway, moving on. But he's had two European Championships and one World Cup. That's a long time. That's a full generation of players. And with that, he still couldn't bring the trophy. And it wasn't just that it was that the boys weren't playing, to their optimal best, or weren't delivering the best that they could deliver in performance, not just in result. Result was good, performance left a little to be desired. And he's just done. He's like, okay, let somebody else try it. Me, I've tried. I've gotten them to the finals twice. They've still not won the trophy. So let me leave it for somebody else to try. The pressure was getting too much. The insults was getting too much. And I can tell you, if you're looking for a national team coach, Gareth Southgate will be on the top of that list. I'm not talking Nigeria. We don't have that money.
Okay.
We keep looking at coaches like Southgate and Javier Renard and Luis de la Fuente, and I'm like, we don't get money. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. We don't have that money. And if the NFF bites off more than they can chew by luring one of these big names in, we may end up owing, and the disgrace will be worse, because these top class referees, they don't take that kind of
Right.
things that that the likes of Josepero and Genoro take. So, but Gareth Southgate to be at the top of list of coaches to hire. I mean, think about it. The US men's national team is looking for a coach. They just fired their own coach. Gareth Southgate to be a good fit for the US, because they are building and he knows how to build. He knows how to draft new players into a team. So the US is one place to look at. There are countries around the world that, I mean, he can go to and he'll be celebrated very well. So not a bad one. His time is up at England, if you ask me. If you to stay any longer would be to just be extending the unnecessary. So it was a good thing he resigned.
All right. And the French Football Federation, FFF, plans to complain to FIFA about racist chants from members of Argentina's Copa America winning team.
No. They didn't plan. They have already now sent a
Oh.
letter, an official letter. It was a horrible video. Now a lot of people say, "Oh, we have always said that Argentines are racist." We know that. I also think that a good section of Italians can also be racist. In fact, a lot of people around the world are racist without even knowing. Some people are blatant racist. Some people are cultural racist. Some people are subconscious racist. Yeah, there are different kinds. Some people are subconscious racist. We know that. But for them to come out and do a full song. Now, some people say, but they were not telling lies. No. It is a dangerous precedent to say that just because somebody's father is from Angola or somebody's mother is from Nigeria, the person cannot be British or French. It's actually discriminatory. I don't know how else to say it to you. It's very discriminatory, because they are French, and so to now be picking and choosing when somebody is French and and benefit from the French system, and when somebody is not French, is discrimination and it's racism. So for Africans in Africa that don't understand that, they are not mentioning facts, they are being racist. So they get on the bus, they finish winning Copa America, and I think they're targeting Mbappe in particular. Again, because of what he said before the World Cup, that South American countries don't face the same kind of competition that European countries face. And so that's why the Europeans are winning the World Cup, only for a South American country to go and beat them in the final. So I think it is that poor statement that Mbappe made that made them to respond like this. However, you cannot respond to a slight with racism, because if somebody insults you, it's a bad thing. If you are racist, it's a crime against humanity. So these are two different things, which is what I want people to understand. If somebody says, "Oh, Tega, you're not so bright," that's just an insult to me. But if someone is racist towards me, that's a crime against humanity. That's a different level of crime. That one is a crime. That's a different level. And so we need to understand that you cannot say that somebody did poorly and so you'll be racist to that person, because now you're committing a crime against humanity. And so the Argentine players get on the bus and start singing this full song about, they claim that they are French, but their mother is from Angola. I'm just like,
wow.
Exactly. So this is what
Wow.
so for you, you're saying, but their mother is from Angola, but that's not the issue. The issue is that it's discriminatory to say that they are not fully French because their ancestry is different. if we trace the ancestry of half the Argentine players, will they be from Argentina?
Mm-mm. Wow, this
Because
is
I know that McAllister's parents are Scottish.
mm,
So is it because they are Caucasian, so you can't say that's racism? So you have to think about all these things. And so they're singing, and Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea is one of the players singing and videoing the thing. And remember, Enzo Fernandez
disgusting.
plays with Fofana, who is black, who is half French, and whose parents are from Africa.
Wow.
So exactly. So you are exposed to the world, but you are still holding on to your cultural racism because that's what it is.
Exactly.
And so the video has come out now. The French Federation has sent an official letter, and some of the Chelsea players have already unfollowed Enzo Fernandez. It's going to be tough
Good.
because Chelsea are now investigating the video. There's nothing to investigate. The video says what it is. It's not deep fake. It is what it is. So I would say this. I want to see sanctions. I want to see fines. I want to see suspensions. And I want club sides to take this personally. If you are
Mm-hmm.
an Argentine on that bus singing and laughing, suspend them. I don't care how you think that they are good for your sport, suspend them. So we're waiting to see the fallout of this, but it was disgraceful by the Argentines. Very disgraceful.
All right. Keep the messages coming 0809 444 981. And you can also post your comments on the WhatsApp live stream. I see a few of them coming through. But let's go on to the big unveiling. French superstar Kylian Mbappe was officially unveiled as a Real Madrid player yesterday, telling 80,000 fans, "My dream has come true."
Yes, his dream that they've been trying to make come true for years. He was still staying in Paris to collect the key to the city. But I think eventually that also ran his course, just like Gareth Southgate's career as England manager. So he made the move to Real Madrid. And I would say this is a fantastic move, and it's a star-studded team. Joining the likes of Vinicius, Rodrigo, Mbappe up front, that's going to be a tough team for anybody to beat. And it's not just the fact that they are very talented, it's that they are young. And so they are very bold and confident, maybe bordering on arrogance, but confident. And they can test any defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how fierce Real Madrid would be, not just in the La Liga this season, but also in Europe. But it was such a huge one, coming into the team. It's tough because it's coming into the team now like the underdog. If he came in immediately after the World Cup, he'll be coming in like a superstar, dragging France, yes, dragging
Mm.
The French back into the World Cup final, but losing it on penalties. He was a studded star. He was on top of the world. But now coming to Real Madrid with the performance at the Euros, where they could barely score any goals, with the performance with PSG last season, he's a bit understated. But people still came out to watch him. I think globally he had about 3.2 million viewers. Is the second highest unveiling we've seen. The first highest, of course, is Lionel Messi, had 3.5 billion. And then Mbappe, and it used to be Cristiano Ronaldo with 3 billion, but now it's Mbappe with 3.2 billion. So a lot of people viewing, not just at the stadium, but on their devices across the world.
Wow. All right. Reigning Tega.
Just to see a player. Can you hear me?
Now
Can
I
you hear
can hear
me?
you. Yes, now I can.
Okay, so yeah, just to see a player walk out and come back in, full unveiling. So it's interesting.
History, Tega. History.
I see what you say. But yeah, they made a full event out of it. And of course, people enjoyed. But yeah, 3.2 billion people worldwide. My
Wow.
goodness.
Okay. Well, reigning champions England held on for a goalless draw against Sweden in their final Women's Euro 2025 qualifier on Tuesday to book their place at next year's finals, as Italy and the Netherlands also qualified. Tega, thou art muted. Okay. All right,
I
let's
thought you
look
were
at a
going to
few. Yeah.
Messages, yeah.
Okay, let's look at some messages. Adenike says, Tega, stop beefing. Thank you, Adenike, for that. Mike from Ogun says, the Argentines are not Caucasian. They are, I don't know if I want to read this because it also sounds a bit weird, but they are the not so rich Hispanics. Okay. Ibukun from Ketu says, Argentina is the mysterious South American country that does not have black players in the football team. What does the Copa America have to do with France or black players? That is institutional cultural racism. We saw it with Suarez and Evra. The hammer should fall hard and fast on them. This is where I want to say a big AMEN. Mohammed says, Tega, my own with the Olympics is Israel must be banned from the Olympics. What is good for Russia must also be good for Israel and America, who supports them. We are Africans. We are Africans, are the same Arabs of North Africa, consider themselves Arabs first, and the whites of South Africa have dual citizenship of Europe. When you are black, you are African. Peter Touch, the reggae legend, I think he says Peter said that. All right, let's see. AY from Oniru says, what Enzo did was wrong on all levels. There are no excuses tenable for such irresponsible and unscrupulous behavior. I commend him for being sincerely remorseful and immediately tending a public apology for his actions, only because that video came out. But anyways, back to the message. I, however, remember not too long ago when the French players sang their own song to enchant against Messi and his Argentine teammates after their 2018 World Cup victory. Were the chants
Yeah, but that
racist in
wasn't
nature?
racist. That
That
wasn't
was
racist. Which I just gave you a full breakdown now. I said if you say I'm not bright, that's a personal insult. But if you are racist, it's a crime against
now
humanity.
when you
I
say
just gave you
Tega
the
because you're a black
yeah.
woman, that means you're not bright. That is racism. So saying
Yes,
Tega, you're not bright is an insult.
is one thing.
Tega, you're black.
You're
That
not
means you
black.
can't be
That's so you
smart.
must be.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's it. So
So
I'm
there's a
just breaking
difference.
down the difference between a personal insult and a racist insult. So yes, they sang against the Argentines, and that's okay. Last at the World Cup, the Argentines sang against Mbappe. They said he was a crybaby, and that's okay. That's just insult. That's not racist. They're saying he's a crybaby because of what he said. That's insult. That's not racist. Racism is a crime.
All right, let's see.
So
LK
people should
Adair.
know the
Okay.
difference.
All right. LK says the Enzo racism situation is a mess. I don't know how Chelsea can get past this. Fofana has called him out publicly. How will they both play in the same team? Enzo, there is no space for this sort of behavior. So go. Yeah, that might not happen. But LK also says, God forbid us employ Southgate. He's still a mediocre coach who couldn't do much with a team of stars. They had an easier ride into both finals. Germany, France, or Portugal would have beaten them. And he also says, how did 85,000 people flood Santiago Bernabeu on a Tuesday morning? Them know they go work for Spain. So the public holiday. They won the
They are
cup.
the ones. They are the ones with the perfect work-life balance. It's you people that are working for a living. They're just working to pay their bills, and then they are living the rest of the time.
Okay, another message. Larry from the abroad said Southgate did 2 World Cups. Remember, he got to the semis in 2018.
Oh yes, he did 2 World Cups and 2 Euros. So, no. He was overdue for a resignation.
Oh well. And no cup
Oh
to
well,
show for it. This is like
and no
fella.
competition
Nothing
for
to
it. Oh,
show
yeah,
for it.
I can't believe you just did that for a nice guy like Southgate. All
And I
right.
know
So
he's
on that
kind of
note,
cute as well.
if you insist, it's not cute to me. I don't know what you are saying. You should go and check your glasses again. Or you should check your glasses. So
I
what
hate
else? We
you.
can't take any more stories. We
No, we
cannot take
can't.
any more stories. All right. So we'll come back on Friday with more stories from the locker room. I want to thank you for sending your messages to our WhatsApp platform. Thank you for sending your messages and streaming us on YouTube. And thank you for tuning in to Smooth 98.1 FM to listen to the locker room. Till come away again on Friday, it's bye from me.
That's it for the locker room, brought to you by Visa. Stay with us. There's more to come on the Smooth Breakfast.
Zibby